much have you had to drink tonight, Emma?
None.
You've had something.
Some?
Yeah, you've had some.
Not enough to drive.
Okay. Hop out for me, would you?
Okay.
So the reason I ask is I can smell odor of alcohol coming from inside the car, okay? So I want to make sure you're okay to drive.
Of course.
So I can't tell if it's you or if it's them that's been drinking, right? I see you're wearing a wristband. Where's the wristband from?
Emporium. Timber.
Timber, okay.
We're going from Emporium right now.
Okay. Have you had any alcohol tonight?
I have.
Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
1 beer.
How long ago?
At like 9 p.m.
Okay.
At Timber here. And then I was driving them to Emporium, and then we came back to Timber to get their car.
Okay. Would you mind doing some voluntary field sobriety tests to make sure you're safe to drive?
Yes. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1009. Oh, sorry. My balance is off. 1008, 1010, 1011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2014, 2015, 2015, 2016.
You can stop. Go ahead and put your foot
Sorry,
down.
I don't have good balance.
I get it. It's a little cold out here, too,
My apologies.
So, we're here.
I just talked to the guy.
What do you have?
Hello, Deputy Miller Sheriff's Office.
Hello.
Driver's license, vehicle registration. Reason we're chatting is running the red light.
Oh, was it red?
Mine was green when you cleared the intersection.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was yellow when I went, so I'm sorry.
You got no
It was yellow when I went. I'm sorry if it turned red.
What does yellow usually mean?
No.
Go slow.
Yeah, because it's changing. You gotta come to a stop.
My apologies. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're correct.
Do you have your vehicle registration?
Yes, I do.
Where are we coming from tonight?
Oh, just the, over in Emporium.
Okay.
We're a little concerned because, well,
All right. How much have you had to drink tonight, Emma?
None.
You've had something.
Some?
Yeah, you've had some.
Not enough to drive.
Okay. Hop out for me, would you? Is your buddy in the back seat okay there? He's just head bobbing over there.
Well, that's why we're concerned, because it just was kind of weird.
It is very weird. I tried to move it.
Do you want me to turn my car off, or?
You can leave it run for them.
Okay.
You got your stuff fell out there, just so you're aware.
Sorry, my head thing fell off.
Okay. Just come stand right here for me. I'm just going to knock those lights down for just a minute. They're super bright. Alright. So the reason I ask is I can smell odor of alcohol coming from inside the car, okay? So I want to make sure you're okay to drive.
Of course.
So I can't tell if it's you or if it's them that's been drinking, right? I see you're wearing a wristband. Where's the wristband from?
Emporium. Timber.
Timber, okay.
We're going from Emporium right now.
Okay. Have you had any alcohol tonight?
I have.
Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
1 beer.
How long ago?
At like 9 p.m.
Okay.
At Timber here. And then I was driving them to Emporium, and then we came back to Timber to get their car.
Okay. Would you mind doing some voluntary field sobriety tests to make sure you're safe to drive?
Yes.
Do you have a jacket by chance?
I have
It's chilly out here, and it's going to take a few minutes.
Yes.
You can put your jacket on if you want
Okay,
to.
thank you.
16 out testing.
Okay, thank you. That's what I need. The paternal grandmother.
16 out testing. We're gonna step up here on the sidewalk.
So I had him in
That way we're out of the road.
She was trying to. What happened was.
Okay. So like I said, these are all voluntary. Have you had any head trauma in the last 24 hours?
No.
Been in any car wrecks or anything?
No.
Okay. I'm going to have you put both feet together, hands at your side, and I want you to remain in this position while we do this first one, okay?
$1 million when he died.
Do you wear contact lenses or glasses?
No.
Okay. You see the tip of the pen right there?
Yes.
Can you follow it with your eyes and your eyes only for me?
She was going to try to sue me for him, or. Yeah, because she now has this $1 million, so she can hire people to help him, and I have nothing.
But you have legal custody.
He's my son. I adopted
Is it okay if I blink?
Yeah.
We had him from the time he was 8 months old till 2 years old. So she does nothing that wants to cause me trouble. So I don't tell people the truth about where we are and what we're doing, because of those reasons. So I look like a suspect, but I am not a good person. Raised all of my kids. I've done everything that I'm supposed to do in life, but everyone is causing me trouble here. So.
We don't want to cause a lot of trouble. How long have you been here?
We've only been here since September. We moved up here in September. My daughter would go to BYUI.
Your daughter goes to BYUI?
Yeah.
Does she live here?
So it's been amazing. But I'm going to go back to Arizona and go back into special.
All right, for this last one, we're going to go up. Same thing, keep your head still just with your eyes.
Drag him out of the car, like, this is too hard. I just don't tell people where I am. I don't tell her where I am, ever. She doesn't have any legal rights to anything. Like, she's been horrible to me since I was a guy.
My understanding, she never called me to try to
So for this next one, we're going to, imagine a straight line out in front of you.
Okay.
Your left foot's on that line right now. I want you to put your right foot in front of it, touching heel to toe, just like I am right now.
Okay.
Can you do this for me? Keep your hands at your side, and I want you to remain in that position while I explain and demonstrate the next test, okay? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down that line. You're going to take a series of small steps to turn around, come back the way you are, and take 9 more
So 9
heel-to-toe.
steps, then turn around.
Yep, and then 9 heel-to-toe steps back. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Go ahead and get back in that position for me. There you go. So you're going to take 9 steps. I took 3. When you get to that 9th step, you're going to take a series of small steps around your lead foot, and you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps back.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9.
Okay.
During this one, I want you to look down at your toes, count each step out loud, keep your arms at your side, and once you begin the test, don't stop until you're completed.
Okay.
Do you understand those instructions?
So go 9 forward, then come 9 back?
Yep. So 9 heel-to-toe steps down, turn as I instructed, and 9 heel-to-toe steps back. Okay. I can demonstrate again if you'd like me to.
No, I think I understand.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep, and that's fine. I have no problems with asking questions.
Okay.
You may begin. All right.
Good?
Yep. Go ahead and turn and face back towards me. So we're going to go back to that first position again. Feet together, hands at your side. The next one's a one-leg stand.
Okay.
Pick a leg of your choice. Raise it approximately 6 inches off the ground. You're going to keep your toe pointed so your foot's flat to the ground. And you're going to look at your toe and count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
During this one, I want you to look down at your toe, count as instructed, arms at your side, and keep your legs straight.
Okay.
Do you have any questions on that one?
No, just until you stop.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me just a second here. Which leg are you going to raise up?
My right.
Okay. You may begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1009. Oh, sorry. My balance is off. 1008, 1010, 1011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2014, 2015, 2015, 2016.
You can stop.
Okay.
Go ahead and put your foot
Sorry,
down.
I don't have good balance.
I get it. I get it. It's a little cold out here too,
My
huh?
apologies.
Oh, get the pocket undone here. So the last one is called the preliminary breath test. It's not in lieu of the evidentiary breath test. It's like blowing up a balloon. Deep breath in and blow out.
Okay.
All right. Deep breath in and blow. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. So you got to blow hard, okay? Not
Okay.
super hard, but
My apologies. So I've
that
never
make
done this
sense?
before, so.
right, and that's why I'm trying to explain it to you. So
Okay.
you got to have a consistent
Like
pressure
that?
out, okay?
Okay.
Deep breath in and blow. There you go. All right. How old are you?
22.
22. Okay. How long ago was your last drink?
About an hour ago.
Okay.
I left from Emporium. I'm supposed to be DDing for my friends here.
Okay. If you had to guess, well, what is the legal limit?
I have no idea.
It's 0.08.
What does that mean?
Because you're over 21.
What does that mean?
And right now you're at a .166. Okay. So right now
can you tell me what that means,
right now
please?
you're under arrest for DUI.
Okay.
I'll explain everything to you as we go. Is anybody in the car sober to drive?
You can ask.
Okay. The one in the back right seat was head bobbing, barely keeping his head up.
Okay.
Alright, so first things first here, I gotta read you your rights, okay? So right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney during questioning, and if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you prior to questioning if you so desire. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not make any statements or answer any questions. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Just so you're aware, I am recording as well.
Okay.
I'm recording.
Do you have anything in your pockets? Is there any pockets?
No, I have
Okay.
nothing.
Alright.
So, what does a DUI look like? Like, I don't understand. Like, I've never had a DUI, so I don't know.
We'll explain all that when we get there. So we're going to go to Pullman Police Department, and that's where we go through the DUI process, okay? So we're going to go back here to my car. Go ahead and have a seat there. Is this your car?
Yes.
Okay. So if nobody in the car is sober to drive, what do you want us to do?
So, everything in the car pretty much is Marilyn's.
Okay.
And then...
And Marilyn's in the car?
Yeah, she's in the front.
Okay.
So that's her stuff.
Okay. So if no one in that car...
I just drove them home.
Okay, so it's her car.
No, it's my car.
It's your car, okay.
Yes.
So if nobody can drive, can I safely park your car in the parking lot here?
Of course.
If
And
they
then
can
it
find
gets
a ride.
towed, or?
No, I'm not going to tow it. I'm trying to find a safe place to park it off the roadway so it doesn't get towed.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Hang tight for me.
Thank you.
Stop Paul 16-1 at custody DUI if I can get a case. And I've got one to run and attach.
I copy one in custody at 207.
Yes.
Good.
Last Bailey. Boy Adam Ida, Lincoln Edward Young, first Emma.
Yes.
Edward Mary Adam, middle M Mary. 121900, female Idaho.
207.
You said you were good to drive. Well, yeah,
Do you have a phone in the car that I need to get for you?
No.
You don't have a phone? Not in the car? Okay.
No.
And I have your ID.
Oh, do you have my... Can I grab it for you, or...?
No, I have your ID.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I just
you
wanted
have my
to...
ID. You have my ID.
Yep, I just wanted
Sorry,
to grab
this is like the first time I've
just
ever been
wanted to grab
arrested,
your
so I
wallet.
want to make sure.
I just wanted to grab your phone if you had it in the
I
car.
do not. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
here's the deal. You guys don't want to... She has no sober drivers.
She has no phone. Is this her phone?
That's what she said.
Oh, she just said she doesn't have a phone with her. Go ahead. Is that your phone?
Do you have a phone?
Marilyn says that's yours.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, I thought I lost it at the club.
Okay. Does that look right?
Yes.
Okay.
We live in Pullman. She lives in Moscow. So
Where do you guys live at in Pullman? 1, 2, 3. I bet you all three could fit in his car, and he would love to give you guys a ride home.
okay, that works fine. So
She's
can I
giving-
ask you a question?
He's pretty cute.
She's given permission to park the car here, so it's off
So
the roadway.
can I ask you something?
Sure, you can ask whatever you want.
She's going to jail.
That's correct.
How much is it going to get her out?
Does she have a prior DUI?
Can you tell me?
I don't know. I haven't
Has
looked.
she ever been arrested for DUI before?
No,
Okay,
absolutely not.
so it's-
I'm surprised she's getting arrested right now. Just being
She's
honest.
like 2 times the legal limit.
Yeah, she's twice the legal limit right now.
So,
okay.
So it's $500 for bail.
Okay.
But you can
Paul 16,
Right now.
still out.
not right this second, but
For like tonight?
yeah, at some point she'll be in cold custody. Here's
So
what
can I
my
get her before she goes to Colback?
here's my suggestion.
She's licensed and clear.
Till morning. You guys are all drunk. Because you have nowhere to get there.
No, yeah.
So wait till morning,
Okay.
like around 9 or 10 in the morning.
Okay.
It's going to take you guys a while to come down from where you're
So
at.
if we have a sober driver at our home, can we go get her? Okay.
In about 3
It'll be
hours.
3 to 4 hours.
Okay. Okay.
But how about we give you guys a ride home? I will
yeah.
move the car into here.
So my car is actually at Timber. I
well,
just need to grab my purse and stuff quick.
Oh,
That's why they were up at Emporium and came back down for
Going back
that.
to our
Okay,
car.
do this. How about you have your keys?
Yes.
How about run there, get your purse,
Okay.
take a guy with you so you're not walking by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're too drunk. You can't walk.
Well, can I go with her at least?
Dude, you're too drunk. How
He's
about this
the
guy?
boyfriend, though.
That guy's way more sober than
I'm
you.
not gonna argue with
You're hammered, dude.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay.
You good if I go?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
okay.
go with
Yeah.
Drake real
All
quick.
right.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
We'll hang out here. Go get your stuff.
Okay, so my partner is going to give them a ride back to their house.
Okay.
And my other partner is going to park your car in the parking lot right here.
Okay.
And then he'll bring me your keys.
What will happen to my car?
He's just going to park it here so it doesn't get towed tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
So it just stays here until I figure it out? Or?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Let me move the car and give you the keys.
Okay. I thought you were just going to bring him over.
That's fine. You're fine. Just don't fall down and...
Okay, no, can I just follow them though?
Sure. Okay.
Sorry, I've never been arrested before.
You're okay.
so I'm
Bring the
really
keys
quite
to the
sure.
jail.
Thank you. I get that.
If you're not there, I will put them by your computer.
Okay, sounds good. I get that.
I don't mean to be a problem.
You're not. You're not. Step Paul 16 being around to Pullman PD with female for the test, beginning mileage.
Good.
90512.1.
211.
Step Paul 16 NBC.
214.
All right, come on out. We're going to go right in those double doors right there. Watch your step on the curb. Come around on your left side.
Sorry.
You're okay. See the doors at the end there?
Yes.
We're going to go to the door on the right.
Okay.
So this is a little pass-through room. You're going to hang out in there, and I'll come around to the other side. I'll see you in just a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. I'm recording. She's attached. Thank you. Come on through. Got the counter. We're going to have a seat right here in this chair. All right. So you didn't clean up very nicely.
It's hard. I have an itch in some places I can't get.
The handcuffs are annoying. I get it.
I appreciate you for being so, understanding and, accommodating.
So here's what we have to do. So we're going to go through what's called the DUI packet.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff to read. So I'm going to work on reading that to you as we go through this, okay? Let me get it opened up here. Okay, first things first, because we're in here now. I know I read you your constitutional rights out there. I have to read them again now that we're inside here, okay? So right now you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in a juvenile court prosecution for a juvenile offense, and can also be used against you in an adult court criminal prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are to be tried as an adult. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand these rights?
I have a question.
Okay.
So the juvenile versus the adult attorney, whatever you just said.
Okay.
Can you repeat that again?
So that would be if you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in juvenile court prosecution.
That's what I had a question on, the juvenile part. What did you bring that up for? Or
well, it's part of the rights. So I read
if I'm a juvenile.
Right. So
okay,
I
just
read.
didn't understand that part. My bad.
I read top to bottom here. One of those included is the juvenile portion of it.
Okay, that was my question.
You're not under the age of 18, so that one would not apply to you.
Okay.
However, it's part of the form, so I read it.
Okay, thank you.
Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. It says here, I have read or have had read to me the above explanation of my constitutional rights, and I understand these. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Right here it says subject signature. Because you're in handcuffs, I'm going to write handcuffed right there.
Okay.
If you want to go back later and sign it, we can do that, okay?
Okay, thank you. How do I do that? I contact you or?
Well, we can do it at the end of this here.
Okay, perfect. I'm sorry, I'm new
You're
to
okay.
this, so.
You're okay.
I'm learning as I
So
go.
part of the reason you're still in handcuffs, and the reason I do that, is because in order to do the breath test, there's more things I have to go through, but in order to do the breath test, we have to have a 15-minute observation time. And during that time, you can't touch your mouth, no vomiting or anything like that. And when I tell somebody they can't touch their mouth, they want to touch their mouth. So the way I process anybody that I'm going through a DUI investigation with is I leave them in handcuffs. That way they can't touch their face during this process.
Okay. Makes sense.
There's your car keys. He's dropping your car keys in the window. Do you have anything in your mouth right now?
I do not.
Okay. Can you open your mouth for me and I'll look? Tongue up. Perfect. All right. 0221. Okay. So the next part of this is what's called implied consent warnings for breath. So warning, you are under arrest for RCW 4661-502 or RCW 4661-504. Driving, hang on, let me back up here. I skipped a part, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
In reference to the constitutional rights, you acknowledged that you understand your constitutional rights.
Correct.
This next portion here says, I understand my constitutional rights. I have decided not to exercise these rights at this time. Any statements made by me are made freely, voluntarily, and without threats or promises of any kind.
Could you, say that? I don't quite understand what that means.
Okay.
Could you understand?
Do you want to talk to an attorney right now?
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Could you read it to me again?
Do you want to exercise your rights at this time?
That means, do I want to talk to an attorney?
Correct. Okay. So that's what this is. By reading this and signing here, it's saying right now you do not want to exercise your rights and speak with an attorney right now.
What is the difference? I'm sorry, I don't know if you're the
So,
person to ask or not. But
I can't. So
never
I
looked at
cannot.
this, so.
I cannot give you legal advice.
Okay.
I can reread things that are on this form, but I cannot give you legal advice.
Can you tell me what would happen if I did or did not talk to an attorney?
If you want to speak with an attorney, I'll call one and we'll go in that room and you'll talk to an attorney on the phone.
Are they available at this hour?
Yep, 24 hours a day. We always have an on-call attorney.
Could I speak to one?
Yep.
Are they able to give me legal advice?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I just want to learn, so.
Yep. All right. All right, here's the deal. You've been cooperative, so go ahead and stand up and I'll take you out of handcuffs while we go in the other room. Just turn and face that way for me. While you go in here and talk to the attorney, I'll get you out of handcuffs for now.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I know they're not comfortable.
I know.
Right on in there.
Thank you. And I just asked them the questions.
Whatever you want to ask them, they will be able to help answer those questions.
Okay.
That's not. Oh, there it is up top. You can have a seat in that chair right there.
What was the question again? I'm not even sure what I'm asking.
So I will explain to them that you're under
I don't
arrest.
understand all the words and everything.
attorney at law. I'm sorry, I'm unavailable.
I will do my best. They're really good at answering your questions.
Okay, I just didn't understand what the question I didn't understand what it was.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know what to ask.
They will be able to explain the process legally and what your rights are
Okay.
for you. Okay.
I'm not big on government or anything like that.
Steve Mornick.
Hi, Steve. Deputy Miller with the Sheriff's Office. I currently have Emma in custody at Pullman Police Department for DUI. I read the constitutional rights, and when I read, she understands her rights, and when I asked if she wanted to waive them, she had lots of questions for me, so I felt that it was best to put her on the phone with an attorney. So this is Emma, and I'm going to step out of the room. This is Attorney Steve Martnick, okay? When you're done with the phone call, just come knock on the window, okay? All right. Just starting. She's on the phone with the attorney.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
Wait a second right here. Alright, so until she comes out, I'll have you sit in that chair, and then we'll switch places.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm totally good with it.
As soon as she comes out, that stays all over. Alright, so the first thing that you do is take a look in your mouth. Can you open your mouth for me? Lift up your tongue.
Nope, you're good. You're good. I was grabbing her car keys out of there.
Alright, so I have some paperwork to read you. Okay. And the state asks that we not elaborate on this at all. We can read it for you if you have questions, but aside from that, I can't try to explain it in my own words. Alright, so the first thing is just the same rights that I read to you earlier. Okay, so you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. If you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in a juvenile court prosecution for a juvenile offense and can also be used against you in an adult court criminal prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are to be tried as an adult. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand these rights? Department of Licensing for at least 1 year.
Go ahead and have a seat there. We're going to stay in here. She's processing somebody as well, so. Okay.
I guess I didn't really understand what to ask too much.
Well, he knows the process,
Okay.
so I hope he answered your questions for you. Let's see. 0232. Okay, so even though you've talked to him on the phone, I'm going to go back through and reread your rights before we can continue with the process. The only thing I'm going to ask you, there's one question, and it's, will you take the breath test? And I'll get to that later, okay, so don't answer it now. But right now you have the right to remain silent. You have the right at this time to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. If you are under the age of 18, anything you say can be used against you in a juvenile court prosecution for a juvenile offense and can also be used against you in an adult court criminal prosecution if the juvenile court decides that you are to be tried as an adult. You have the right to talk to an attorney before answering any questions. You have the right to have an attorney present during the questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you without cost if you so desire. You can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand these rights?
Yes. As far as I know.
Okay. I'm just going to put a new timestamp on here. Whoops. I hit the space bar and made the page go down. Come back. Okay, we're going to do that mouth check again because you've been in here by yourself. Mm-hmm. I don't think you probably put anything in your mouth.
Of course not.
Before we do that, we're going to. Do you want to switch? Okay.
So we're going to go in here real quick while they get through their part.
Come on out.
Okay. Yes, please.
We're going to come over here, let him wander in there.
We're just going to switch you guys out real quick.
You want to sit on
All right, I'm going to put you back in those handcuffs again. We'll do the mouth check. And we'll continue on, okay? All right, go ahead and have a seat there. Okay. Do you have anything in your mouth? Any foreign objects or anything?
I do not.
Okay. We're going to look again. Tongue up. Perfect. 0236. Oops. 0236. Okay. So now we're going to read that implied consent. It's a long portion here. Do you like to follow along with me?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I switch up closer?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'll try.
You do it yourself or you want some help?
At the end. Okay.
Okay. So it says, implied consent warnings for breath. Warning, you are under arrest for RCW 4661502 or RCW 4661504. Driving or being in actual physical control of a motor vehicle while under the influence of intoxicating liquor and or drugs. Further, you are now being asked to submit to a test of your breath, which consists of 2 separate samples of your breath. Oh, I moved my mouse. Taken independently to determine alcohol concentration. 1. You are now advised that you have the right to refuse this breath test, and that if you refuse, A, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be revoked or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 1 year, and B, your refusal to submit to this test may be used in a criminal trial. 2, you are further advised that if you submit to the breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are A, age 21 and over, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence, or B, under age 21, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.02 or more, or you are in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence. 3. If your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for an ignition interlock driver's license. 4. You have the right to additional tests administered by any qualified person of your choosing. For those not driving a commercial motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, if your driver's license is suspended or revoked, your commercial driver's license, if any, will be disqualified. For those driving a commercial motor vehicle at the time of the arrest, if you either A, refuse this test, or B, submit to this test and the test indicates your alcohol concentration of 0.04 or more, you will be disqualified by the Department of Licensing from driving a commercial motor vehicle.
Can I ask questions?
I cannot explain anything. I can reread this, but that was the phone call with the attorney. Hopefully he should have answered these for you.
Okay, no.
Do you want me to reread any of this?
Yes, 2 and 3.
Okay. So 2, you are further advised that if you submit to this breath test and the test is administered, your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive will be suspended, revoked, or denied by the Department of Licensing for at least 90 days if you are A, age 21 or over, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.08 or more, or you're in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence, or B, under age 21, and the test indicates the alcohol concentration of your breath is 0.02 or more, or you're in violation of RCW 4661-502, driving under the influence, or RCW 4661-504, physical control of a vehicle under the influence. 3. If your driver's license, permit, or privilege to drive is suspended, revoked, or denied, you may be eligible to immediately apply for an ignition interlock driver's license.
Okay.
So this statement here says, I have read or have had read to me the above statements. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to write handcuffed there again. Like I said, if you want to go back later and sign this, we can. Okay. Will you now submit to a breath test?
Yes.
Do you have any confusion regarding the implied consent warnings? That's the ones we just read.
I do, but...
Okay. What kind of confusion?
If I give the breath test, if it's not pliable, what will happen?
I can't.
Because I can't tell you what... because obviously we're in here because of the breath test. But if it's not accurate how many days?
The one we did out there was a preliminary breath test, and it's not in lieu of the evidentiary breath test. This here is the evidentiary breath test.
Okay.
Does that better explain it?
What is the evidentiary?
This is the one that can be used in the court.
Okay. So if it's not legal still, what will happen then is, I guess, what I'm asking.
What do you mean not legal?
Like, if I'm not able to drive then, which is what you're looking for, correct?
I believe you're impaired, which is why
Okay.
you're under arrest.
Yes.
And this helps determine what level of impairment you are.
So based off of the level of impairment, it shows me how long will I spend incarcerated, is what I'm saying.
It depends on the whole portion of the investigation.
Okay. So,
I can't answer that question right now.
But further, that question will be answered?
I can refer
That's
you.
my question.
I can refer you back to this, but that's all I can refer you to.
Until...
That's an attorney question. Because you've spoken with an attorney, I
Okay.
can't go over anything more.
Okay, I didn't know about the breath test or anything when I was asking.
But he should have explained that to you.
Okay.
He knew why you were under
okay.
arrest, which is where he should have explained these processes to you, which I can't give you legal advice. I can tell you why I arrested you, which I did. I believe you're impaired. That breath test out there was a preliminary one, not in lieu of the evidentiary. This one here is the evidentiary.
Okay.
So I can give you those explanations.
Okay.
But as far as how long you go to jail, if you go to jail, I don't know. It's the totality of everything.
Do you know if I would go to jail, how long it would be before I would be able to ask these questions again to an attorney? Or whoever?
Yes. No, I don't. I can't. Because it depends if you have a previous DUI or not.
I do not.
So
This is my first ever adult situation.
Okay. Yep, we can get that taken care of after all of this. I can better explain that.
Okay. After this. Okay.
So your question, your confusion is not about implied consent. It's about the totality of the process.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so remember I mentioned that 15-minute observation period? Mm-hmm. So we started that at 2:36, and we have to wait 15 minutes. Okay. So, with that being said, is your primary language English?
Yes.
Okay. Is this your current address?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to input some information into here, and then I have to input mine and your information into this machine, and then we will do 2 breath tests. Okay. So what that consists of is the machine, after I put all of our information into the machine, it will 0236, 0230. It does what's called a system check, and it purges and checks itself and makes sure it's ready to go.
Okay.
We'll put a mouthpiece on there, and just like out in the field, we got to have that big, long breath, okay? You'll take a big, deep breath in, wrap your lips around the end of this, and you'll blow through it until I tell you to stop. A big, long breath. It wants about 15 to 20 seconds of air.
Okay.
After the first one, it's going to do a self-check again, and then we'll do a second one, same exact thing. As soon as that second one is
Back to
completed, well, after it self-checks again, and then after that, once we do the second one, I'll take you out of the handcuffs.
Okay.
Okay?
Sorry, I'm learning.
Yep, and I'm trying to explain the process to you, okay? But in the meantime, we have to wait for that process, the 15-minute observation time, to ensure that there's been enough time.
Okay.
And because you've spoken with an attorney, I can't ask you any more questions about the situation tonight. But I can make small talk, and that's about it.
Okay.
Bailey. How long you lived in Moscow?
Pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
It's been a long time. I'm ready to get out of here. Small town.
How much longer do you have on your waiting period?
4 minutes.
I'll wait till
Okay.
Could you give me his driver's license, please?
Somebody will be in with you in just a minute. You're okay.
You want to see if Will needs anything?
Yeah.
Is he just talking?
He wants to know when he gets his phone call.
He just knows. He can get when he goes to jail.
That's what he's
Hey,
asking.
Will, how's it going? Yeah, you got a question?
Are you going to school?
No.
Graduated?
No, I just live here.
Okay.
Grew up here.
It's the DUI arrest from earlier.
Have you smoked, vomited, or put anything in your mouth since we've been here?
No.
Okay, that's all the information. It's going to go through and do a self-check real quick.
Okay.
Any questions on the breath portion?
No.
Okay. For this one, you can stand or sit, whatever works for you. Obviously, I'm going to hang on to it because you're still in handcuffs, okay? Those things don't come off very nicely. There we go. All right, big deep breath in. Wrap your lips around and blow. Keep blowing a little bit harder. Okay, hang on. It says take a breath.
Okay.
We got to have a little bit more air volume, okay? So that means blow a little bit harder. Go ahead and blow. Keep blowing. Nope.
Oh, sorry. Should I go again?
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
So this machine can tell how hard you're blowing and if you're sucking in at all.
My bad.
Okay. So the big thing is you got to do one solid, consistent breath. And if I say harder, it's got a graph that shows me how hard you're blowing, and you got to be above a line. Okay. So that's why I'm telling you to blow harder.
Okay.
Okay. Big deep breath and blow. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. There you go. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. We're about halfway there. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. Keep blowing.
Good.
It says take breath. All right. Blow. Can you blow harder for me? There you go. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. Harder. There we go. All right, you can stop. So that's how hard we have to blow. Is you're right at the very bottom of it, okay?
Okay.
It's going to do its self-check again. So the second one, we got to blow a little bit harder, okay?
Okay.
It's going to do its self-check here. Blow the machine out. Sometimes I wish you guys could see the graph chart so you understand why I'm saying what I'm saying.
I tried.
But they always set it up this way. All of them are that way. All of them are that way.
Well, I guess it's not for me to see, so.
Yeah. Need to hang on to that. my intention here, as soon as it prints, we'll swap it. I'll go in there and finish explaining and wrapping up so she can come out. No, I'm just letting her know. It's that way you can let her know as soon as it prints. I'll get out of her way for her.
Yeah, we're about finished with that, so.
Okay. Okay, second one. All right, big deep breath and blow. There you go. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. And good. Hello. Yep, I'm working on it.
Oh, sorry, a second.
Oh, I really just need to print. We'll swap completely.
Okay. You want to come on out?
We're going to stand up and go in the other room. As soon as he steps out of here, when we go in there, I'll take your handcuffs off in just a second, okay? He's going to come out and take that chair. And you're going to go in the room there. Get your handcuffs off first. So hang tight right there. Relax your hand for me. There you go. Okay. All right, go ahead and have a seat in the chair. I'm going to grab our paperwork, and I'll be right back in, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so it printed out your results.
Okay.
So it looks at your breath two different ways. It's called IR and EC. This first one is your first breath sample. This one here is your second breath sample. So your first result was a 0.180, and your second one is a 0.179. Okay, so you're more than double the legal limit. Okay, so one of these copies will be yours. So the other portion of this is in that implied consent, if your breath sample is over the 0.08, the Department of Licensing is going to suspend your driver's license, okay? I know your license is through Idaho, but the state of Washington is going to suspend your license.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
I can drive in Washington?
So there's two portions to a DUI. There's what's called the criminal investigation, which is the court process, and then there's a civil side of it.
Okay.
This portion of suspending your driver's license is the civil side of it.
Okay.
And so DOL, this form explains what to do in order to contest the suspension of your driver's license. Because you're out of state, I don't know the process of how that works.
What does contest? You said contest? What does that mean?
Means argue.
Argue?
Argue.
Okay.
You don't agree your license should be suspended.
Okay.
That's what this form does, is it allows you to contest the suspension. But because you're in out of state, I would recommend calling Department of Licensing. I'm going to give you this form so that you can call them, okay? So there's one piece on the top here that says notice of right to hearing. That's what this form is. I have been given written notice of my right to hearing, including the steps required to obtain a hearing, and understand that the notice of suspension, revocation, or denial of license will be mailed to the address of record on file with the Department of Licensing.
Does that mean the ticket or?
That means that when Washington suspends your license, if they do, they will mail it to your driver's license address, whatever address is on your license. That's where they're going to send it.
And that's all
So this statement here says, I've been given this form, including the steps required to obtain a hearing, and I understand that the notice of suspension, revocation, or denial of license will be mailed to the address of record on file with Department of Licensing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm looking for is a signature on this line right here stating that you got a copy of this. You don't have to sign it. It's totally up to you if you want to sign it.
Okay. It's just saying.
All it's saying is that you got a copy of this.
Okay.
I'm going to put today's date, 2/12, on there.
Okay.
Just so you can see it as well, okay? All right. So what the next step is you are going to be booked into the jail, which means we got to take a trip over to Colfax, okay?
Okay.
You've never been arrested for DUI before?
No, I've never been arrested.
So
at
if
all.
this is your first offense, you have the ability to bail out. It'll be $500, and they'll have you sign a promise to appear in court, and they will give you your court date of when you need to be back in court.
Do you know roughly how long I would get out without bail?
Usually it's going to be Monday afternoon is going to be court.
Okay. Which would be when I would get out? Or?
No, you could bail out and have somebody pick you up this morning within 3 to 4 hours.
But that's the bond versus the bail, correct? So my
bail
is $5,000.
Bail, bond are the same thing.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought bail was like, I say if I was 500 bond, it would be 5,000 bail?
Nope, it's $500 cash because it's a gross misdemeanor.
Okay.
It's $500 cash to get out of jail.
Okay.
And that's your money saying I'm going to come back to court.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But if I would not do that,
If you
I would go to court on Monday.
If you do not post bail, you go to court on Monday and see a judge.
And then they would issue me when I get out.
Yep, and then the judge would determine when you get out and if there's bail or not.
Do you know roughly, like, for my first offense of a DUI or anything?
The judge does what the judge does. I don't have any say or knowledge of that.
Okay.
So, I'm going to hang on to these documents. You've been more than cooperative with me, and I appreciate that. So you're not going to go back in handcuffs, okay?
Thank you.
You stay cool with me, no handcuffs. You've been cool with me, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to walk back over to that door, and we're going to go back out to my car.
Could I ask you, so my car, is it going to get towed, or?
I can't guarantee that it's not, but I moved it off of the roadway,
So it's in the parking lot?
It's in the gravel parking lot by those granaries.
Whatever the town does with it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's not up to you; it's up to the town.
It's up to Pullman City. Usually they won't tow them. They know they can see back through the cases that your car is attached to a DUI tonight.
Okay.
Usually they don't tow it the next day. I have your car key right here,
Perfect.
so we'll get that over there as well. Okay.
Okay.
And I have your phone in the car.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. We're going to go right back to that pass-through door, and I will see you on the other side, okay?
Thank you.
You walking out now? Of course, fire's ready to walk out the door, too. Everybody's got to do it at once, right? Well, if my camera was going to make it to Colfax, I wouldn't care, but there's no way it's making it to Colfax tonight. Alright, come on out. We're going to go right back to my car. Go ahead and have a seat there. I'll be right back with you in just a minute, okay? Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright. Just so you know, my camera's up here recording still.
Okay.
Do you want your phone to make a phone call?
Can I make a phone call now?
You can.
Okay.
So, let's get your seatbelt on first.
Perfect.
And then you can make a phone call.
About the bail or cash?
Yep. If somebody can come bail you out, they can use credit.
Can I make it like 2 phone calls? I have 2 people to call and I don't know if they're going to answer.
You can use your phone all the way until we get to Colfax.
I appreciate you.
Okay?
Thank you.
It's about 15 minutes. You've been cooperative, so you can use your phone. When we get to the jail, I take your phone back. You have to go through I have to go upstairs and do paperwork, which takes about an hour to 2 to get you through the booking process, and then they'll let you make a phone call then if you need to later on, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate this.
All right.
It's 500, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Stop to call 16 NBC.
Great, okay. Hello? Hi, are you sleeping? Okay, it's important. I need you to listen. I got arrested for a DUI.
So my bail is $500 cash. If you could get that out of my
Cash or card. They can bring card
then I
too.
can get bailed out. Women. So I'm in the police car now. I'm getting transported to Colfax.
Yep.
But they gave me my phone to contact anybody until I get to Colfax. So I'm going to jail right now. In jail. No. But if you can get the money out of my yes, to Colfax. And just so if you go to Dad's house and you have your key and then my safe number. No, he didn't answer. Called him first. But if my safe number is bail me out in Colfax. Do you have the key? Okay. I won't have my phone once I get to Colfax. So it's in Pullman by Timber, which is a club. Yeah. So excuse me.
Yep.
Should I be able to get my phone and my key if I get bailed out?
Yep.
Okay, so I should be able to get my phone and my key once I'm bailed out, and then I'll be able to drive to my car and then have my phone as well. Well, yes, but I'll be able to get to my car or have my key to get there. I'm driving to Colfax right now in the police car. And so you have the key to Dad's house, correct? Do you remember the passcode to my safe? Yes, pound. And then grab cash, whatever you need out of there, and then just come to Colfax. And if you need extra money for yourself because it's an inconvenience, then that's okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I called Dad first, but he didn't answer. I haven't seen him for like 2 days. He hasn't been answering me for 2 days, so. Okay. Well, Colfax, I'll be there until you come with the bail.
Just to confirm, DUI is 500 bail.
Just type in Colfax. So.
Perfect, thank you.
So where you would park normally, and then walk in, where it looks like the courtyard is, and then you walk to the right, and then you walk in, and then you just ask for Emma Bailey, and then you give them the cash sign, and then I should be able to get out. Okay. Do you remember the passcode again? Yes. Not the hashtag sign. That's what it is. Pound hashtag sign. It's in my safe is next to my bed on the bench. Okay. And if you can't find it, then I'll just give you whatever you want afterwards. You don't even I'll just give you extra money or whatever. Okay. I love you. Thank you so much.
One of these stays in here. All that is your property. take your phone back. We're just going to go stand by the wall right there, and one of the guys will come out and chat with us. They got some questions before you go inside. Sounds like you have somebody coming over to bail you out?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they're on their way right now.
Okay. It'll probably be about 2 hours still.
Okay.
Because I have to go
And it goes
upstairs.
to booking, or?
Yeah, I have to go upstairs and do type a report, what's called probable cause affidavit, to give to them why I arrested you, and then they have to go through the booking process with you. As soon as that's completed, then you can bail out.
Okay.
I've got a few questions before you come in. Have you had any breathing difficulties?
No.
Have you experienced a loss of taste or smell?
No.
Have you experienced nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea?
No.
Have you been in contact with anyone diagnosed with COVID-19 or who's been placed in quarantine?
No.
Is there any possibility that you could be pregnant?
No.
Okay, you just have to check. Okay, listen to this next part carefully. All inmates will body scan to check for contraband. All property items will be searched. Introduction of contraband such as controlled substances, alcohol, marijuana, other intoxicants, cell phones, or other electronics into a correctional facility is a felony criminal offense. You will receive amnesty from criminal charges for introduction of contraband into a correctional facility if you honestly and accurately provide information about any contraband before entering the booking area. Do you have any contraband? Okay.
We need to go to the restroom first.
Okay.
Yes.
Questions to that door right there.
Okay, thank you. Just open?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to know that's for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep. Hi, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Pullman had two in holding. They sent one to the hospital. One's a DUI, so I don't know if they're both coming over or not. To be fair, the one that went to the hospital is the DV arrest, I believe. So
Okay, I saw
believe
that
that
one.
one's going to have to come eventually.
Okay.
So
Now every day shift's a problem.
yeah, eventually. She does have somebody en route from Moscow to come do bail,
Okay.
which is why I called to confirm amount since they were coming from Moscow.
Did they say how they're paying?
Cash.
Oh, okay. And then 500 even. Because debit would be 502. And credit is 525.
I'm just going to explain what I'm giving back to her, and then I'm going to bounce.
Okay.
She's been more than cooperative.
Good. I have a question. So, mainstream.
Haven't been in there, don't know.
There's an alert that I've never seen before.
Probably the one Brianna asked me about.
Did she did?
Brianna IM'd me.
Did you know what it was?
I haven't looked yet.
Oh.
Alright, so this here, your driver's license, your vehicle registration back. This here's your criminal citation for DUI. There's no court date set up here because I'm booking you into jail. Can you grab the towels for her there? You've got towels, sorry about that.
Thank you. It's okay. I appreciate it.
There's no court date up here because you're being booked into jail tonight. Okay, so if you do bail out, he'll provide documentation for your promise to appear in court and when your court date and hearing will be. Okay? This is the breath results that I told you would be your copy, and then that is the DOL information in reference to your license getting suspended through potentially getting suspended through Washington. Okay, so I just want to make sure you knew he's going to hang on to all these as your property, and then he'll go through a whole bunch of stuff with you. I'll go up and start working on paperwork so I don't delay you any more than I have to. Okay?
And if I get bailed, I have the key, my phone, and this.
Good thing you said that. I do. It's in here. I would have realized it when I got upstairs.
Can you take all your jewelry off and put it in here?
So there is your key and there's your phone.
Okay.
He has those. That was all I had.
I appreciate
Okay?
it. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.
This one here?
Yep.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Your door will be unlocked. I'll let them out.
Oh, you have. I'm just kidding.
That's a lot of paperwork. All right. End of the line.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. I'll let you out on your side.
Your lunchbox is
Perfect. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you, sir.
I do have a lot of snacks, but you can't have any.
So they're all night.
All right. Have a good night.